What's happening, guys? So today I'm going to take a look at Riot. I'm going to do it a bit differently. Whereas before I would just take a gameplay that I'd done at some point in the past, 1v1 gameplay, and just play it and commentate over the back of it. I'm not going to do it this time because it's quite limiting in terms of time, and I actually want to show you guys how to improve gameplay, not how to copy me, because most of the time, well, some of the time I don't actually get wins, so yeah, don't copy me. So I'm going to jump into a Riot lobby, which is my best map, and I'm going to show you guys what you want to be doing. There's going to be no one in the game. I'm just going to show you some tactics, and hopefully you'll be able to improve your playstyle and implement some of the tactics that I'll show you into your own 1v1 games. So yeah, we're just going to hop straight into it. And we're going to be taking a look at the defensive side first, because it's the easiest side to do. All you have to do is sit there for, I wouldn't sit anywhere, well, unless you've got a decent spot, but I wouldn't sit anywhere for the whole round. But yeah, you want to be I'm going to start off on defense, show you guys what you can be doing on this map defending. So I'm going to go ahead and put my normal class. And something I'm going to have to stress to you guys is you need to play the roof. You don't have to play the roof, but I personally would. It's the best way to kind of get things into their heads what you're going to be doing later on in the rounds, which is going to be incredibly confusing until I explain it a bit later on. But what I'll normally do is jump up onto here, jump onto the roof, and I'll have a look at B. What I want to be looking for here is, are they just going to rush straight along here? If I see them do that, I can either run away because I've got an ASM1 if I think they're going to be using a BAL, or I've played them in a previous round or something, and they are likely to be using a BAL. In which case, why the hell are they rushing there if they're using a BAL? But you know, if they are, which some people do, I would rather run away than take the fight with an ASM1. Or you can challenge them if they haven't seen you, or if they're using a ASM1 as well, because you've got the height advantage on here. So that's easy enough. You can also go around and check A. Obviously you can see this is quite a long straight, but what you've got to be careful of here is obviously the sniper spot on that box, and also that roof there, because people sit up there quite a lot as well. If you go check B, then check A, and they're not on either bomb, you can safely assume they've either gone straight through middle map, or they're camping in their spawn. At this point I would generally just pick a bomb, play 50-50 and just pick a bomb, but make sure you stay on the roof. So obviously if you were to pick A, you would sit either here, or no, somewhere else on, like, down here or in this corner, but you would generally sit somewhere where you can hear the A bomb, preferably out of sight but within earshot. If you were to choose B, I would personally sit here. This is my favourite. There are other spots you can use, but this one is my favourite. You've got some down here as well. But like I said, you want to be, there's there and there's over there and there's by the bin, but you do want to be really playing out the roof quite a lot. So yeah, what this is going to do is, if you're here and they plant B, it's an easy pick. You just move to the edge and you shoot them. You know, easy enough. You can hear them plant. Fine. If they were to jump up onto the roof, you want to be obviously completely silent when you're here. This isn't team, so you don't have to make call-outs, obviously. And generally sitting here is all right because you can hear, because you've got two of these railings down here. If they're going to jump up, you should be able to hear them jump. Depending on how they do it, I'll tell you how I normally attack the roof if you're playing offense a bit later on. But yeah, if you sit here and you're silent, you can generally hear them jump up if you've got a decent headset. There's two things you can do. If you hear them jump, you can either put your overclock on, run down here, and just generally try and get away from them, because ultimately you want to be wasting time. You don't want to be sat there trying to challenge, trying to get kills when you're defending, because they only have 1.5 minutes to plant the bomb. And in a 1v1, it's fair to say if they're sat here with the bomb in their hands and their gun on their back, and you catch them in that position, you are pretty much going to kill them, unless you just completely choke. You know, if they're planting a bomb, they have the bomb in their hands, then you can just shoot them easy enough. So that's what you want to be doing. That's what you want to be playing for. You want to be making sure you hit them as soon as they start planting the bomb. People who've played me quite often will know that I'm extremely annoying at doing that. I will run away every time someone sees me until they start planting the bomb, and then I'll come up behind them and kill them. But yeah, that's what you want to be doing. You want to be sticking on the roof, and I'll tell you why you need to be sticking on the roof a bit later on. Yeah, check the bombs. Make sure you can hear the jump up onto the roof, and then you should be safe up here. It's not really a problem so long as you don't start running around. After the 1 minute, slightly before that, I would put your exomute on. This is because once there's an opportunity for them to get into your half of the spawn, you don't want them to hear you running around up here unless you're trying to bait them out. If you're trying to bait them out and you think that they're, for instance, if you're up here and they haven't got their exomute on here either, and you hear them running around down there, you can just run around up here, just like sprint around, making sure they can hear you, and then as soon as you hear them moving towards the edge, you can just get back in a corner and just hard aim the roof. So, you know, there are opportunities to just bait them out through running around, but I wouldn't do that unless you're pretty certain you're going to win the gunfight. If you're defending, you just need to be wasting time. Right, so we're going to swap over to the attacking side. And this side is obviously a lot more difficult, because you're attacking. Attacking sides are normally more difficult anyway. But the shape of this roof I don't really like, which is something which is extremely silly to say, but I don't like this roof at all, because you can't really attack it. You have to jump up twice. If you're on the attacking side and you decide to stay in your spawn for a bit, there's no way of getting onto this roof by jumping once. You have to jump up onto a ledge and then jump up onto the top here or over in that building or something like that. So if they're up here, they can always hear you jump up, which makes it an incredibly nice position for defending when you're meant to be attacking. If your opponent is one of those guys who hasn't really quite got the hang of search and destroy and doesn't even know what he's doing, then you can generally sit up here, and if he's stupid enough to run at you, then you just easy kill. But now you can sit here. I would personally sit right here at the start of the round and hard aim the roof. Most people will run along this metal ledge along here, and they will immediately pre-aim that, because that is the spot that most people sit in to defend the top of the roof. If he runs around this corner and he's doing that, he's going to have to readjust his aim in order to try and kill you, and you are just sat here, aimed in, ready to go. You're just going to kill him as soon as he walks around the corner, which is good. If he doesn't walk around the corner there, then you know he's either on the A side or in his spawn, or if you've missed him, he's probably down here somewhere. But once you're certain he's not going to run along the roof, you can put your dead silence on. Again, you want him ready to hear you up here, and then you want to be moving around to A. What I normally do when I'm in this position is I check these two spots down here by the bus, because so many people sit there. And after that, it's really up to you what you do. You can either go to A or you can go to B. I would plant the bomb, which, depending on the playstyle of your opponent, he'll be defending bombs according to how he does it. Some people will run through mid, and they'll just keep running backwards and forwards between the bombs. That's pretty easy strategy to counter. Other people will play fairly 50-50 and sit at a bomb. So it's whatever you want to do, whatever you're predicting he's going to do. But when you do get around to planting the bomb, you want to make sure you want to pay specific attention to where you plant it. You don't want to just plant it anywhere. You don't want to run up and just start planting it right here just because, I don't know, this is the first place you got to. Because that gives it away where you're going to be running. You want to be planting somewhere right on the edge, because if you plant it right on the edge here, you can then go up onto this roof and defend it, because of where you planted it. You can even do it if you were sat there if you want. But the spot I use, I don't sit up here often. But when I do, I make sure I sit up here, which is why I plant it right on the edge. You can see it through this metal fence, and you want to be, obviously, if they've got a bal or something and they're running along that roof, you want to be running away as soon as you see them. You don't want to give them a chance to kill you. So, you know, if I saw them running along this roof, I would probably do this. I'll just like get away from them as quick as I can. Again, you want to be wasting time once you got the bomb down. All you need to do is hold out for 45 seconds without them defusing, and you're all good. If you're planting A, I would do. We're gonna plant it at A. I don't really like planting it at A, if I'm honest. But again, I like watching it from quite far away. So I'll plant it right on the corner here, about there, and then run back into my spawn. Now the reason why I like defending it from quite a long way away, even though I've got an ASM-1, is because people expect me to be sat by the bomb. Anything that's unpredictable, you want to be doing. If you've got an AR, you've got a BAL, and this guy knows that you planted some bombs, I don't know, on this corner and sat back there before, then, you know, maybe in the next few rounds you might want to try sitting somewhere else, like here, or, you know, next to the bomb or something, because he's going to be wasting time running around checking all the spots that are far away from the bomb, because he knows what gun you're using. If I'm using an ASM-1, he knows that I'm going to be doing some rather close, trying to, you know, defend it from rather close range. So whilst he's sat there running around inside that building and in middle map, checking all the close range spots that I could be sat in, I'm sat right at the back here, or up on this roof. Anyway, I'm just trying to make him waste time. So, yeah, if you're... The other thing is if you're planting the bomb in... you want to be planting the bomb where you're running to. So, there we go, if you plant it over there, obviously you can see it from that, as I've said. If you plant it over here, then you can run up the stairs, you can see it from in there. Similarly, here you can see from mid-map. But you want to be paying a lot of attention to where you're planting the bomb to. If he starts guessing it and he's quite a clever player, or he's got a decent record, or you know that he knows what he's doing, you might consider planting it here, make him think you're going up the stairs, and then go back there. Slightly riskier, because if he gets on it, you've got to then run all the way from there over to here within 7.5 seconds to stop him from defusing. But against somebody who knows what they're doing, it's quite good to kind of duke them out like that by planting it on the wrong side, because most 1v1 players who know what they're doing are going to know the whole. If you plant it on, the first thing they'll check if they're defending and you plant it here, the first thing they'll check is where is the bomb planted. If it's planted there, the first place they're going is over there. Obviously, if they're playing someone good and it's planted there, then they might decide to check in here. But it's all about mind games, making sure that you're kind of outsmarting your opponent all the time. Now, back to what I was saying about sitting on the roof. This is kind of like my ace play. This is something which I like mucking around with people's minds a lot when I'm playing ones. And if you're sat on this roof all the time, then they're gonna start getting into their minds. Right, okay, he's gonna be sat on the roof. He was sat last time he sat the round before. He's just still gonna be sat on the roof. So if you play roof for 3 rounds and you get kills for 3 rounds, then when you're defending, I'll just switch to the defending team again.
We lost that fight, but it's not over.
As this switches, if I'm attacking, I'm going to be not.
Search and destroy.
No defending. There we go. Right, nice. If you're defending, say new round, just won the last 3. I won. Say I won the defensive round from sitting on the roof. I won the attacking round from sitting on the roof, and then I won another attacking round rather by sitting on the roof again. So I've sat on the roof 3 rounds in a row. So he's attacking. Both bombs that he's going to be able to plant are next to the roof. There is no way, unless he's completely retarded, that he's going to plant the bomb without checking this roof. If he knows you play roof, he's going to check the roof. So, best thing you can do, right at the back of your spawn, here, I don't know, somewhere stealthy, not lying prone because you can't see the roof, but somewhere where he can't see you, and just stay perfectly still. Because he's going to jump up there, he's going to run along, he's going to check this roof because he knows you're up there, and then he's going to jump down to either A or B. As soon as he jumps down to a bomb, put your overclock on, run to the bomb, pick them off it. Easy. So that's what you want to be doing. You want to be making them think things. Whether it's right or wrong, what you're doing, you want to be making them think that you're doing something. You can plant A 3 rounds in a row and then bomb switch to B, or you can keep planting A, and they'll be thinking, oh, he's going to do a bomb switch. Then just don't bomb switch at all. The whole 1v1 game is all about just basically mucking with your opponent's head. So anything that you can do to make them think you're going to do something in the following rounds, do it. Like I said, sit on the roof, keep killing them on the roof, wait for them to check it, and go all the way back to your spawn, and wait for them to check the roof again. Or so many examples I can give you of doing this kind of thing, planting it on the side, running either to the bus, or then doing a full rotation, or killing them repeatedly in center map, and then on the 5th round just go plant a bomb. So many different things you can do. But, yeah, generally that's about it. Like I said, play the roof. Make sure you're checking bombs. Make sure your predictions are all right. Predictions are only going to get better with experience playing ones. So if you want to go and jump into a GB game, get a few 1v1s, I would definitely encourage you to do so, because once you get good at ones, it's something which is very rewarding. You can enter tournaments, you can do UMG cash out games. So many things you can do with it. So yeah, I would encourage all of you to go and do some 1v1s at some point. Alright guys, that's generally it, and I will see you in my next video.